Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're on to week 0 officially. -1 was our first episode. So now we're going to go into our first bye week right before we play our first game and take a look at the top stories and the recruiting. Should be a quick little video, but if you weren't with us last time, if you didn't know, we had 8 guys that we were recruiting that we had enough points to scout. 4 of them ended up being diamonds. 4 of them ended up being not diamonds or bust. And so we were on a roll. We had 8 in a row, but only 4 of them were diamonds. So let's take a look at today's top stories. We got Florida State, Georgia Tech, conference opener. Yellow Jackets and Seminoles are preparing to open ACC conference play in Dublin, Ireland. Real life, Georgia Tech won that game and started Florida State's spiral out of control and what they have as a record now. I think they've only won 1 game so far this season. Top 25 rankings updated. See the most up-to-date rankings for the top teams in college football. Just 2 stories this week. Let's take a look at recruiting. We got 350 points. Let's spend it all, baby. So starting off here, we're going to start going into players that are top tier that no one's recruiting. Remember, the latest update has kind of put a stop to being able to go and get some of those 4 and 5-star guys that want to go to big name schools, but no one's going after. And it's not because they're bust or anything. It's just, I guess it was a flaw in the game, if you want to put it that way. So looking at these guys, we're going to have to look through. Let's go by interest level sorting. And we're just going to have to look through the guys that are not interested in us at all and see who is offered them scholarships, because that's all we've done so far. So like Hubert here, 3-star. We're not anywhere on the top 10 of his list. He's about to go to the top 8 in a week or two. You can see that on the bar up above, right underneath his name, Tyreek Hubbard. And I don't think we're going to go after this guy, not only because he's only a 3-star, but also because he's got 2 offers from 2 schools that are closer to him in Winter Park, Florida than Ohio. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of him, but that's okay. Not a waste. It was worth the time to offer him a scholarship. Now, this guy right here, we are in his 5th. We are 5th in his top 10. So he's fine. We're good there. He hasn't even gone to his top 8 yet, but he's about to next week probably. And then, okay, so this guy, 5-star right tackle. Everyone and their grandma's recruiting this guy. And he's in Ohio. We got the proximity to home, but we can't hang with Ohio State, Michigan, even Penn State, Michigan State. We can't hang with those guys. So we're going to have to get rid of him, unfortunately. Bye, Haslam. Next, we got Keelan Marshall. He's been offered 4 teams have offered him a scholarship besides us. Right guard from Ohio. Wisconsin is going hard on him. Ohio State's not really doing anything with him. Proximity to home is A+. I'm going to keep this guy. It probably won't be worth going all in on him, but I'm just going to keep him on the prospect list on the recruiting board. Next, we got Trey Claypool, and Michigan's going hard after him. Lots of big names. 4-star. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut him, unfortunately. Next, we got Trey Rock. I like that name. We got Cincinnati, Louisville, Notre Dame, and Pittsburgh all going after him from Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm going to keep him just to see where it goes in a week or two. It doesn't hurt just having him on the board. Next, we got J.J. Darr. We have 4 schools going after him, including Army from Cincinnati, Ohio. Playing time. We got that. We got plenty of playing time for you, J.J. Come join the Golden Flashes. We'll keep him for now. Cam Murphy, we got 4 teams going after him from Ohio. Playing time is his deal breaker. We'll keep him as well. Prudy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams offering him scholarships besides us, and we're nowhere close. So we're going to have to let him go. Power rusher. Next, Joaquin Cesario. We got Ohio State, Cincinnati, Notre Dame, all going after him. Proximity to home. Ohio State's probably going to win that. Oh, it was nice, Joaquin, while it lasted, but bye-bye. And then Bernie O'Keen. We got proximity to home, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 schools offering scholarships besides us. And we can't hang at only 350 hours, so we're going to have to cut him too. Okay, so we're down to 29 guys, which is great. We got 29 out of 35 targets. They've all been offered scholarships. If you didn't believe me, these are the guys. So Diamond, not Diamond, not Diamond, Diamond, not Diamond, not Diamond, Diamond, Diamond. All the guys that we were able to scout 100% were either diamonds or not diamonds, which was crazy. I mean, you think probably one out of every 10 are either a diamond or not diamond, and we had 8 straight that were either a diamond or not diamond. So now this is where we go to our prospect list and we keep our fingers crossed. We go to top prospects and then we go all the way over to offer, far right hand column. Sort it by the people that are not getting offered anything at all right now. Ooh, this is looking exciting because there are some. These guys have obviously all shut us out, so we need to get pro potential up. We need to get coach prestige up. We need to get these things, championship contender, of course, these things that are deal breakers for these guys so they don't lock us out. But right now we got defensive tackle, proximity to home. We got a B and we need a B minus. So we can go after this guy and no one else is going after him. I love it. These are the diamonds in the rough. Literally, he might be a diamond. This guy, only one playing style, A minus. We have it. Only one team is offering him a scholarship, and it looks like it's Army. It's really small, so I can't tell over there, but let's go after this blocking tight end. Worst case, we'll turn him into a receiving tight end, and he'll be money in the bank. Okay, Penn State's going after him. I can go after him too. 4-star, James Robledo. Let's go. Athlete, elusive back, Isaiah Little. Someone's going after him, but no one in his top 5. So playing time, we got it. We'll give it to you. Come join us. Here we go, wide receiver. We need some of these. Auburn's going after him, but only Auburn. So let's get a chance to get up there, at least in the top 3 or top 5. And then halfback, Auburn again. 2 teams are offering scholarships. I don't know who else. I'll go after him, but that is a dicey one. And that's all 35 right there. So those new guys that are 4 or 5 stars that no one or very little schools were going after, they want to go to those big schools, but the big schools were going after them. We got to go and offer them scholarships, and then we get to decide how many points we're going to spend on everybody. Now I know we got 35 of 35 targets. It's okay for now. Trust me. Been here, done this before. But we need to make sure that we spend points on guys that are interested in us to keep them as number 1. So when we look at this, for example, so Kent State, we're the only ones going after them. After him anyways, Larry. Oh, what a great name. That was my dad's name. So we're just going to do search social media so that we can get to know what his favorites are. Siaki, we're the only ones that's offered him a scholarship. He's a center. We know he's a diamond, so he's a 4-star center. So we're just going to search social media. We know this guy's a diamond. We're the only one to offer him scholarship. So we're just going to spend a little bit of points on these guys that we're not being threatened by anyone else for, that other teams haven't offered scholarship for, or their bar hasn't increased. Because if you check, we went up over Rutgers because Rutgers didn't increase at all. Temple didn't increase at all. So we leapfrogged over both of those teams, so that way we can get the number 1 spot. And so we are in the running for Howie Mangum, fullback. We don't know if he's a bust or not. Doesn't matter. We're getting him. Because even if he is a bust, you'll notice I kept those 3-star guys that were not diamonds, that were officially bust. I kept them because they're going to be 2-star, but overall they might be better than some of the guys I have on my roster right now. I can be more picky when I become a 3, 4, 5-star school. Right now I'm just a 1-star school, and I'm a 1-star coach. So making it as realistic as possible. So no one's going after him. Fullback. Fullbacks don't get highly recruited either. And then we got a punter here. I'm the only school that's offering him anything at all right now. So 5 points. And then when we find one that is more competitive, as in other schools are going after them, that's when we start laying heavy on those guys. Another fullback. It'd be great if we could get one of them at least. Okay, so you see this one. East Carolina's going after pretty heavy too, just like we are. And then Buffalo's offered a scholarship as well. JUCO sophomore. Remember, the JUCO sophomores and JUCO juniors have already played a year or two of college football. So they're going to be higher overall than the freshmen straight out of high school. Keep that in mind as well. So you don't have them for as many years, but you have a player that could be starting right away coming in. So since a couple other schools are going after him, I'm going to lay 10 points on him. And we're going to DM the player. We're going to get in his DMs. So Buffalo and us are offering scholarships. And that's a wide receiver. I'm going to go 10 on him. It's looking pretty competitive. Let's see, Lamar. I'm the only guy going after him. Only one that's offered him a scholarship. And some of these teams will jump in later. So you got to check this every single week. Rutgers is up there with me. Man, there's a bunch. Left tackle, 561st in the nation. 11th in the state of Pennsylvania. No deal breaker, but he is a diamond. Some other teams might know that. So Morris is getting 15 laid down on him. Because it's not only competitive, but also he's a diamond. This guy's not a diamond. He's a bust officially. I'm just going to lay 5 on him. If some other teams end up dropping off, then I might move up. But if I don't, it's not going to be the end of the world. So Tucker McKenzie is next. Looking good. Just do 5 points for him. It's competitive, but we got to keep in mind that we only start with 350 points this week. This one's real competitive. Jay Mills. So let's go in and drop 10 on him. We don't know scouting-wise if he's a diamond or not. Next up, we are second, and we got leaped by Liberty. He is not a diamond, so we're just going to lay 5 points on him. If we get him, great. If we can stay close to Liberty, awesome. If not, we know he's only a 2-star left guard. Right end, we got several schools going after this guy. We'll lay 5 points on him. And then we got Navy is outpacing us. Temple is coming up behind us as well. Let's lay 5 points on this guy. Josh is next. We're going to lay 5. Let's do 10. It's pretty competitive. There's 4 schools that have offered him scholarships, and they're all going at him pretty decently. You're going to notice, though, after this week, some of these schools are not going to, their bar's not going to move up that far because offering the scholarship is all that they've done, and they're not putting any points on these guys. So we'll have to check every single week just to find out. This guy we're going to lay 5 on. It's pretty competitive, but I got to save some points for the big dogs. Big dogs got to eat too. Morgan Mangold. I wonder if he's a son of Nick Mangold, former center for the New York Jets. Anybody recall him? Pretty competitive, so let's lay 10 points on this guy. He's 591st recruit in the nation, so not too shabby for a 1-star school like us. 5 guys have offered him. Let's go 10 for him as well. Braverman, right guard. We know that he's a 4-star right guard, technically. Let's go heavy on him and lay down 15. Search social media, DM the player. What are we going to find out about him? Cornerback, we got 3 guys that are hanging with us. Temple's falling off. Navy's falling off. Rutgers really wants this guy from New Jersey. He's got no deal breaker, so we know location is not going to favor Rutgers, even though he's from New Jersey. So let's do 10 on this guy. He's 792nd in the nation, so not the greatest recruit, but we need some quarterbacks. We have quite a few of them graduating next year, just not that good overall at all in the first place. Calvin Grossman is next. Right tackle. Let's put 10 on him because we got a lot of people going after him. We could use some more offensive linemen. Right guard. A lot of people going after him as well. 4-star. Oh, yeah, that's the one I need to decide if I'm going to go all in or not. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys left. Let's get some of these guys from positions that we really, really need that would be game changers, such as this wide receiver. We got quite a few graduating. Let's go in heavy on this guy. We're competing with Auburn, and that's it, so I like that. Let's do 35. So we're going to DM the player and check with his friends and family. This athlete is going to be a halfback. Isaiah Little could be a big difference next year. Somebody's offering him, I thought, but I couldn't remember who. Nobody in his top 10 right now. So let's go after him with 25. And then Robledo is just Penn State. So let's go after him with 25. We need to get some of these. We got to go after these players a little bit just to see if they'll budge. Trey Rock, I really, really want. That would be huge right end. I like to control the defensive linemen when I play the games. So it's nice to have one that can just really tear through the offensive line. Let's go 10 him. Dar. Ooh, man. I'm just going to go 5 on him to see if I can make any kind of movement on his list. I'm going to go 10 on Cam, though, because I have a feeling that I can jump some of these schools. Marshall, Army, Cincinnati. Playing time is his deal breaker, so I can offer him that. And then Bruce Soto, let's go 5. The tight end, we only got 10 left. Let's go 5 on him. See if we can get up there in the top 5 or 8. And then we got 5 more. Perfect. Let's add it on to Darrell Algiers. Recruiting, just competing against Auburn. So I got 35 guys, which is quite a bit. Some of those are going to start falling off, and I can narrow it down, which isn't a bad thing because once I start narrowing it down, then I can start really putting some points heavily on certain players. So recruiting board done for this week. We already read top stories, so we're ready to advance to next week, and then that'll be our next episode. So as we advance, I will say sayonara to everybody. Thank you for tuning in for episode number 2 of our Dynasty. As we look at the weekly advanced summary, we got still guys that are upset about their playing style, coach prestige, and playing time. And have we been locked out? Yep. Marshall, yeah, I figured. Robledo, okay. Algier, really? Oh, man. So 3 guys that have moved to their top 8, and we were not even in the top 10, so of course we're out. But that's why. It's not because they didn't like us. It's just because they moved down to their top 8 schools and we were nowhere close. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys that have moved to their top 8, and 2 of them are diamonds. One's not diamond, though. So we will see you for episode 3 for game week against Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh. First game jitters. I don't know. We'll see. Get ready, Pittsburgh. We'll see you next episode. Good night, everybody. God bless.